Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do a full groom on this face for you and talk you through. Now this little madam doesn't stay particularly still, and this is real life grooming, so it's good to show you that not every dog is absolutely perfect, and then how I deal with a moving, terrified little dog. So let's get to it. First I'm going to start with clipping the head. Now I've got on here a 19mm, because I like to work in millimeters. And I'm just going to reverse this over the back of her head and slightly just down the sides, not much. Because she's a Maltese cross, I don't want to be cutting into the sides here because she has a big cow's lick and I want this hair to hide that. Okay, I'm then going to use my trimmers just to clear her eyes, and that's on a 9, so the longest length on these trimmers. And I'm just literally clearing the corner of the eyes, and then just wait, tiny bit on the stop. Good girl. Okay. Now I'd love to clear all these dirty bits and lip line. We'll see how that goes, because if she moves too much, she won't have any hair left on her face. So I'm going to clamp shut this little mouth. And then I take my first snip under her chin. I don't want to take too much off, but I do need to lift the chin area. And then I come up about 45 degrees, snip there and work my way. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So this is just what we call blocking it in. Got to wait for her to be ready. Okay, 45 degrees up. And this is going to connect up in front of the ear for her today. Right. Comb everything down. And I'm going to see if I can just come with my scissors, because she's not very tonguey, and I can just clear a little bit on this lip line. There's methods, different methods for doing this, but because she is a bit of a mover, all right, we have to change the way we do things to suit the dog. Now she has gone a little bit wet, so that is spoiling it just a little bit. What I'm trying to do is create a little smiley face by lifting all of the hair that's underneath the chin and heavy, dragging it down. Good girl. You have to take your time with these little dogs, because she is a little bit nervous, and I need her to build up the trust with me, because even though I do see her very regularly, they do forget a little bit. So I just take my time. I'm going to sort this visor out now. So I'm going to come and clear from the corner of the eye and up. And the same here, so that she can see nicely. And then I've turned my curves back round, and I'm just going to come over this visor and start shaping it in. And what we're looking for is round. Everywhere we look is round. It'd be better if she kept her head up, but she keeps sort of leaning forward, so I just have to keep moving her to how I need her positioned. Okay, that side for a minute is looking okay. It's certainly not finished, but that's how I sort of start with my faces. I just work about 10 minutes, just get it started, and then move on. Okay. And I'm using a lot of my blenders today on this face, because she's got the Maltese in her. her face hair is very straight, so it's not forgiving at all, hence the choice of scissors I'm using today. So these are my Speedy Utsumi blenders. And I don't want any hair coming in front of this nose, so when I brush this forward, if there's hair there, that rhymed, then I'm just going to carefully blend it off on both sides. I don't like seeing scissors coming right in front of a nose, it's super dangerous. So always try and work, all right, have a minute, on the side, so I haven't got scissors crossing over the face basically. She's licking those hairs in, which is ugly. Right, lift that up. All right, babes. Okay, have a scratch. You always got to listen to the dog and let them do what they need to do. Let them have a moment. Don't fall off the table. Right, let's have a look now. Okie dokie. So under here now is looking rather heavy still. So we're just going to keep lifting. Really hard to fix. So I'm just going to comb this over the nose and all this hair here with my mini trimmers, if she lets me. I'm going to carefully just, yes, good girl, take that dirty hair off. Well done, babes. You're a good girl. The owner won't know that you've taken that hair off, and they won't see why they look prettier this time compared to a different time, but that makes all the difference. If I could clear this, let's see if she'll let me, this little lip line. No, she's pulling back. We won't be doing that today. See how this now looks really nice and clear. Now we can just finish off any little bits that are sticking out that we don't like. How long is this video?
10 minutes now.
Okay. And for a moment, we'll stop. Oh, I need to check under that chin now. Stay still, stay still. So I'm just going to make sure now my chin, all of this is blended in and I've still got that lift. I'm clamping that mouth shut, so that means there's no chance of her tongue popping out, because we absolutely do not want that. Good girl. Right, let's have a look. And now for a minute we'll do her face and we'll come back and check once that's settled after I've scissored the legs. We'll come back to it. Okay. Right, now it's had some time to rest. I can see quite clearly now that there's a little bit more. Basically, to tighten up and just bring it together. So I'm just going to work my way, making sure that I'm looking like far enough back so I can see the... Oh, she's twisting her head. Of course she is. Try and keep your dog's head straight to do this. Otherwise it's really super hard. Let's have a look. Let's comb all this up. I'm going to carefully just come over top of the muzzle. I don't want to take too much off, otherwise she'd be a bit ugly. Right, okay. because I want to see this bottom bit, I'm just going to hold a little bit further back under her sort of chin, kind of slightly into her neck, and then I can actually see what I'm doing under here. Oh God, then she moves. Oh, this is awkward. Come on, Belle. Come on, let's see this side. Let's see this side. Jeez, go. Okay. Go. She's doing everything to pull away. We can't actually see what I'm doing. Right, come on. Stay there now. Okay, so I'm just going to now blend into her ears, and then I'm going to trim her ears. Her ear set is super high, and to be honest, she doesn't actually have like much hair, so normally I would snip into this to help make her ear set look lower, but the way she holds this ear, I just need to, instead of trying to make it disappear, just work with it and just make it look cute. And this is where you have to look at the dog and look at their features and see what you can get away with. But if you can see, it kind of like dinks out. So it looks cute like that. So I'm going to make the other side do the same. So I'm actually going to cut into and make it slightly shorter. So it almost, this one lies back. But try and make them match. And then this hair at the back of the ear, that can go. Blend the back of the neck by the occiput. Little comb. And then just to get that sharper finish, just go back over with your curves, just to sharpen up. The edges. And then you think you've got it and it looks good, so take a photo, because the photo will tell you exactly the bits you need to scissor a little bit more. Just a little tip. Oh God, more hair. Right. Just like a little pirate with that eye closed. Right, so that's the little face. I think that's okay for a little pet groom. I know where the leather is, it stops there. So we've got all of that length to play with. So I'm just going to hold her head straight. And on this instance, because if I let go of her face, she drops her head down, I'm going to hold her head. I know I'm nowhere near the leather, and I can just trim it then. And then I'm going to use my blenders just to soften the edge a little bit. There's lots of ways in grooming to get the same results. What often changes how you do something is dependent on how the dog is behaving on the table. You know, if she kept her head up, then I would tackle these ears in a different way. But as you've seen, she just drops down. So I need to hold her up and control where that head goes and the ear. And then I can just trim this ear. She completely holds this one totally different to the other one. Oh goodness me, come on. And then I'm going to look from the front and I can see where the hair is just dangling down on the inside and just match them up. Now she does have a bit of hair in front of that ear, and I'm going to take that off very carefully because I want the ear to be able to breathe, and it just helps to prevent ear infections because it just lets the air flow get into that ear. It's not going to stop an ear infection, but it's certainly going to work towards her not having any imperfection, if that makes sense. Right, flip the ears back. Not that hers like to flip back. Give her a last little brush. Bish bash bosh, clean your table. Yeah. Last little scissor. I think that'll do for today. And that is your little Maltese cross poodle face groom. Very straight hair, so I've been very conscious not to cut into these sides to expose that cow's lick, which is underneath there. And I've lifted this chin to create a really cute little face. And all in about 10 minutes really, 10-12 minutes. A lot of blending on hair like this. So good quality shampoo, make sure your face is squeaky clean, because prep is everything. What's that saying? Prior preparation, piss poor performance. Something like that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and we will see you in the next video. Mwah! Good girl.